This tutorial assumes that you've purchased a map product from Tracks for Africa through their online store, and that you have successfully downloaded that zip file onto your computer. So from here, we're going to follow two key steps. The first step will be where I show you how to install that map set that you've purchased onto BaseCamp, which is key in terms of getting your primary interface for maps and GPS information up to date with the latest map set from Tracks for Africa. That's key. Secondary to that is downloading that same map set onto your GPS so that you can then go out and use an aligned map set. Same set of maps on BaseCamp where you planned or looked or designed your routes as your GPS device where you are actually going to execute or ride that very same route that you've created. Step number one, let's find and extract the zip file that you have purchased. This is the file containing your Tracks for Africa map set. This is how it comes from Tracks for Africa, typically in a zip file. So we want to extract that. And that extraction process will also trigger an automated set of steps, which will see this map being installed into BaseCamp and onto your system. So simply double click. You're going to get a range of windows. You'll get this window here for WinRAR or whatever extraction application you're using. You don't have to purchase that, you can just ignore that. Here you'll see an installer.exe. That's the one that you click on, and you'll notice a process happening here on screen. So just follow the prompts, and the next window that you'll see is something like this. It'll tell you the exact map set that you've purchased and that you're going to be installing, and again you just simply follow the prompts. I normally don't change any of this. It's going to put it somewhere in your C drive. Just say yes. Now you've got a choice here of installing the BaseCamp without the optimized style or with the optimized style. My suggestion to you is to select the optimized T4A style. It's also the default selection when this window opens up. So it's a much better intuitive display, and it's more geared towards modern smartphone screens, etc., etc. So we go ahead with that. So just a note that'll pop up during the installation process is to give you a little bit more information about the optimized style. This only affects, it doesn't affect the quality of the map updates. It only affects the display, the way that the map is actually displayed on your BaseCamp screen. So my suggestion again, please read this. It's important for you to understand if you do go this route and you then later want to change back to the original or traditional view, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the way to go. All right, it's indicated that it's completed. So now we click on next. And map source, I've spoken about it loosely in my other tutorials. And in my discussions with fellow bikers, it's an alternative that you can use if you want to BaseCamp. I don't use it. BaseCamp is sufficient for me. So what you would do now is just click finish, and you can immediately see that it is busy opening up BaseCamp. And this is the enhanced view. So that's the kind of layout that you'll get. Much different to how it looked in the past. One of the key things that I love about this layout is that it shows you by color grading, it shows you the type of road. So these are gravel roads, these brown ones. And similarly, these are tar regional roads. So this is the way to look at maps. In my mind, makes it very easy to design routes. And in this box here, you can just double check that you've got the correct map set, the same one that you purchased and downloaded. All right, so that concludes the first part. Now we'll switch to the second part, where we are going to update this very same map on the GPS device that we will be using. In my case, I've got my Garmin Montana 700 connected, and I'm going to now show you the process for uploading this very same Tracks for Africa map set to the GPS device. So we can actually go ahead and close BaseCamp, and we now go to Garmin, and we are going to make use of Map Install. So when you open up Map Install, you'll get this kind of window. The first step is to ensure that your device has been found by your computer. If there's nothing in this box, you might need to click on Find Device first, just for your computer to scan its connected environment and to find the device and show it here. But in any case, if you can't see it here, it makes no sense to continue, because then your computer is not seeing your GPS device. You might need to plug it out, replug it in, or maybe even restart. All right, so let's see. The following maps will fit onto your Montana. This is the new one, so good. Let's see what happens when we click continue. So we click continue. All right, it's telling me that it has sent the latest map set to my device, and that has removed the previous one. And it also tells me the amount of memory that I've got left. So I say install and wait for the installation to complete. Okay, so it's just confirmed that the installation was successful. Keep in mind that depending on how big the map set is, it could take a few minutes for this to complete. I mean, on my system, this now took approximately 2 minutes to complete. Click on finish, and that's the end of the process. This is a bit rudimentary, but I just want to show you how to finally confirm that you've got the correct map set on your GPS device. Obviously, every device is different and has a different menu structure, but it should be relatively easy for you to confirm that it's in fact there. I'm going to go to map setup, map manager, and there we go, 250301, and thus we are good to go.